to look really hard to find Jeremy's pick, but it's worth the hunt for some of the best sandwiches around. And while you wait, you'll hear stories of adventures on the high seas. Near the houseboats in Sausalito on Gate 6 Road, you'll have to spy inside the new bait shop market to find Davey Jones Deli.
My name is Dave, and this is Davey Jones Deli inside the new bait shop in Sausalito. A deli was never part of my dream, but I said, this is a great opportunity to manifest my philosophy of health for environment, economy, and society. And if I can transform this deli, then I'm a true alchemist and I can do anything. We got a contract with the county line, harvest vegetables. We got in Petaluma cheeses. I started to get free-range turkeys and roast them every day. You're gonna have lettuce, tomato, onion, pepperoni, chili, jalapenos, cilantro, roast garlic, pepper sauce, and little sprouts, and whatever else you want, some tomato, some roast garlic sauce. We started to make our own condiments, cranberry compote, Irish mustard, roast garlic aioli, vegan aiolis, and just let the ingredients combine themselves into sandwiches.
Fresh meatloaf, potato salad, cranberry compote.
My grandpa was a hog farmer. I'm quite fond of the pulled pork. I'm most proud of the vegan wrap. Super healthy, super fresh. I'm a little provocative, so I like to push people to try things they haven't had before. Meat eaters to eat a vegan wrap, and I love it when vegetarians come in for the beef. When you come and get a sandwich at Davey Jones, I want you to take away the freshest, local ingredients prepared just for you, and it makes you feel good, healthy, strong, like a lion.
That's so good.
All right, Jeremy, we've got to talk first off about Dave of Davey Jones's Deli. Let's do it. This is Dave. Wow, and back.
There he is.
Every time you know it's Dave in the shop
Whenever you show
when
up.
you get this. Talk a little bit about Dave and how you found this place.
I kind of found this place by accident. It's probably how everybody finds this place. You'd never guess it's there.
Never.
Looking for lunch one day. I happened to work nearby. Walked inside. All of a sudden, there's Dave. Organic, locally sourced, fresh sandwiches, wraps, salad, soups. You know, it was just a great find. A lot of energy. He's a character.
Yeah.
You know, it makes every day a little funner hearing his stories. And you get in there, and some of the freshest, best sandwiches I've had in my life.
And what's your favorite? What's your sandwich that you like crave?
The one I always go to is probably the vegan wrap. Best thing about it, and no way am I a vegan, 5 proteins in there, gives you a ton of energy, a boost throughout the day, and personally for me, a few extra dollars, get the pulled pork on there, you're up to 6 proteins.
Well, it's sort of a vegan-ish sandwich then, right?
Vegan-ish, but the nice thing, he roasts
vegan
all
with a line through it.
Exactly. He roasts all his meats there, everything's made in-house, everything, the sauces, the meats, pulled pork, brisket, turkey. So you can add that to all the, you know, all the vegetables,
right.
And personally, I like
Right.
it spicy, so fresh jalapenos.
Right.
Yeah, it's.
So he just puts the whole kitchen sink in there.
Whatever he has, whatever's fresh, whatever you think you want on there, and whatever he thinks tastes good.
All right, now Corinne, tell me about this spot.
Jeremy, I should send you flowers for the rest of my life for introducing me to Davey Jones's Deli. They are the best sandwiches I've ever had.
Really?
They were
That's unbelievable.
just innovative. The bread, the roll was just the best. Every sandwich should be built on this roll.
Yeah.
And
he just kind of scoops out the inside.
He scoops out the inside to make more room for all the goodness inside. We did not go for the vegan. We did pork and a turkey pesto wrap, and they were both piping hot, fresh. It was so impressive to see him pull the turkey off the spit, slice it off, see the steam coming off the turkey, and put it right onto our sandwich, and then right into our stomachs.
Right.
So it was excellent.
I actually was driving by and meeting a friend in Sausalito for dinner the day I got our assignments, and I said, "Oh, I'm going to look for this place." Well, thank God there's a guy on a bicycle. I never would have gone to the
He rides a bike around that says Dave.
delivery. Dave wasn't there, and the place was closed down, but there was a guy cleaning, and he suggested that I buy some of the packed up quinoa salad and albacore salad and turkey salad. Those things all work in the wrap, but I did not enjoy them just as standalone takeout
So you went, and the
salads.
deli itself was closed, and then you went back.
Right.
And what did you have?
We had the pork and boots, which was on one of those green tortillas, and I was really not excited about that. But it was so succulent and tender and juicy and delicious. So it was like the vegan wrap with pork, pulled pork. And I loved that you
called
could
the
see
pork and boots.
How
Come
can
on.
you miss? Yes.
Right.
And then the Cuban. And how can you miss there
That's a good
either?
one.
I love that he takes the big loaf of pepper jack cheese out of the reach-in, and he puts it on the counter countertop and he shaves it off to order and puts it on your half of the roll and then sticks it in that little toaster oven. And right beside him, he's got all these, like you were saying, the brisket and the pulled pork and the turkey just sitting there smelling up the place. It was really, really delicious. I was so impressed with those sandwiches.
And the
Thank
sauces,
you.
he does his own mustards
Secret sauces,
and
yeah.
secret sauces and.
Yeah, we had an interesting cranberry sauce, cranberry and pork. Hadn't heard of that combination before, but it works. And it was, I mean, there were, like you said, there were so many things going on in the sandwich that I'm probably counted about half of it. But whatever it was delicious, and I can't wait to go back.
And Davey, did you
what a
know that
character.
Davey was behind the counter when you went for your sandwich?
I didn't know for sure. He's really affable, and he was so helpful. It was a beautiful Saturday around 4 o'clock, and he said, where are you going to eat your sandwiches? And we said, well, we're going to go up to Stinson. He said, you know what? The weather is so great today. The traffic's going to be crazy. Why don't you go to Rodeo Beach instead? And he told us with landmarks how to get there. We had a beautiful sunset picnic at the beach.
My friend and I were looking at the menu and deciding between pork shoulder or pulled pork, or what version of pork did we want. He interrupted us and said, I'm going to build you something custom off the menu, and he did that for us, and we appreciated his friendliness and his willingness to make us happy.
Yeah.
And that's one of my favorites. Every time I go in there, it's really, he chooses my sandwiches more than me. So it's whatever's baked fresh, whatever's the fresh ingredients, and kind of whatever his imagination takes him to. So sometimes it's the cranberry with like a butternut squash puree. You can get that sweet, spicy kind of taste. And he really builds upon it. So it's a wonderful treat.
All right, Jeremy, this is your spot. Wrap it up for us.
So for me, if you want the freshest sandwiches, just wonderful, innovative flavors, go to Davy Jones's Deli.
Okay, and Corinne.
I'm gonna have a hard time not stopping there every time I head over the Golden Gate Bridge for Wine Country or Tahoe or wherever I'm going. It's the perfect ice chest filler. You gotta pack it up.
All right, and Linda.
It is right off the freeway, too. It's easy to get to. Make sure you have plenty of cash, though, because I was surprised. It was $26 for 2 sandwiches. They were very filling, and we didn't need anything else. But I really enjoyed it, and I'll go back. Thanks.
Good.
All right, if you would like to try Davy Jones's Deli, it's in the new bait shop on Gate 6 Road in Sausalito. The telephone number is 415-331-2282. It's open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. every day. No reservations or even seats for that matter. Average price for a sandwich is around $10.